Achievement means different things to different people, but I think from a South African perspective, and particularly from a business perspective, you obviously have to run world-class companies, employ world-class management teams, world-class skills and expertise, and be competitive in terms of returns, in terms of shareholder value creation, but also if your company listed, the increase in the share price. All of those things are very important. In South Africa as well, achievement also includes inclusivity. It relates to inclusivity. To what extent are we including the poor, the marginalized, the unemployed, and making them part of the economy, making them part of the future of South Africa? And very importantly, making sure that the growth of the South African economy results in opportunities as well as translates and transfers all the benefits to as many of our people as possible. We started the Motsepe Foundation in 1995 and actually did various things and got it registered in 1997. But in terms of what we will be perceived to have contributed or to have created as part of the legacy, I think it's always better to let ordinary South Africans be the ones who evaluate the role and the legacy of business overall. And in our context, the important thing is to have made a humble contribution to having created opportunities for others, and for whether it's entrepreneurs, business people, or whether we've created jobs or improved the living conditions of poor South Africans, but also to create bridges between different races, different languages, and bring as many of our people together as possible. I guess you never stop learning. And one of the things you learn from a very early stage is that the very best business solutions, suggestions, ideas emanate from those around you. And it's very, very important that you always surround yourself with the very brightest, the very smartest, but also create a culture where people are encouraged to not only have different views, but often, of course in a polite way, disagree with the most senior people in the company. If I were to talk to young entrepreneurs, I think the three issues that are very important is focus and do the things that you are most passionate about and that you love the most. And don't get discouraged, persevere, and believe in the competitiveness, but also in the viability and in the long-term success of the business that you want to start. And if circumstances dictate that you review or reassess your business case, do so. The starting point for any honest and successful assessment of the economy of South Africa is a recognition of our weaknesses and our failures. It's very, very important. We've got to identify those issues and those areas that we have to change and correct. Corruption, very, very important. We've got to deal with corruption. You cannot significantly build investor confidence, whether domestic investor confidence or global investor confidence, if there's a perception that there's corruption in the country and that there isn't effective action being taken against those who are corrupt. So I would say in summary, I continue to have total confidence in the CEOs who run the businesses in this country, the businessmen and the businesswomen, the skills and expertise, the commitment. We have a world-class management team or teams throughout the economy, and we have the capacity to ensure that the growth of business goes hand in hand with the growth of the future, growth for the future of our people. But we've got to deal with those issues that gives rise to negative sentiment and deal with those issues quite effectively.